dream one of every new bringina. Say, worry, Bombaya, Eya Kaigana. Stray Wonyam Kobo, Fagana Shemenza. And no now, your mama, and no now, Odo, Ebe, Odo, Mahoma. And no Arana, Yeshe, Odo, Mahoma. And no Odo, Odo, Mahoma. And no Arana, Yeshe, Odo, Mahoma. And no Adena. Mommy, Monsem, Yemwe, Yansem. Natri one of every new bringina. Say, worry, Bombaya, Eya Kaigana. Sre William Kobo, Fagana Shenesa. And no now, your papa, and no now, Odo, Odo, Mahoma. And no Arana, Yeshe, Odo, Mahoma. And no Odo, Odo, Mahoma. And no Arana, Yeshe, Odo, Mahoma. And no Adena. Siriba. Ti. Susu Bribi Babi. Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you. Enye you. If you mean you wanna go KwanPa's. Susu Bribi Babi. Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you. Enye you. If you mean you wanna go. Susu Bribi Babi. Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you. Enye you. If you mean you wanna go. Me my Ghana, I dish my mama home so. Yem Fabia Koye, Neodo, Yem Fansom Yeme. If it's a Omei, Yanka say Japadia, Yanana Numti, Abebrese, Ejidi to Homaye. Eti as a menu say, and some Ghana ye. Ah, and yes, I bet. That chinchima, Obeba, Bibu, and for KwanPa's. So, baby, Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you, Enye yo, Efemino, Embody Game. So, baby, Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you, Enye yo, Efemino. Me, my Ghana, I dish my mama, home so. Yem Fabia Boye, Neodo, Yem Fansom Yeme. If you say, oh my, Yanka say Japadia, Yanana Numti, Abebrese, Ejidi to oh my. Eti as a menu say, and some Ghana ye. And yes, I bet that chinchima, whatever, baby, and for KwanPa's. So, baby, Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you, Zenye yo, Efemino, Enko Bieme. So, baby, Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you, Zenye yo, Efemino. Kunso, Nempapemo, one find your man. Enko Topo, Nenkonkonsa, one find your man. Anyhow, Necrono. Find your man. Besamin kumnyani otahuno. Find your man. Eti esamenu say some Ghana ye. And yes, I bet that chinchima wabeba we and for KwanPa's. So baby, Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you. Enye yo, Efemino. Embody baby. So baby. Fabwa Gana. Na Gana be you. Enye yo, Efemino. Kunso, Nempapemo. One find your man. Enkontompo, Nenkonkonsa. One find your man. Anyhow, Necrono. One find your man. Besamin kumnyani otahuno so. won't find your man. It's yes, I mean, say, and some Ghana, yeah. And yes, I bet that chinchima, whatever, baby, and for KwanPa's. So, baby, baby, Baba Ghana. Toys of the breed, which I brought free. So, toys of the breed, and the sweat of the labor. Toys of the breed, which I brought free. So, toils of the breed, and the sweat of the labor. Toils of the breed, which I brought free. So, toils of the breed, and the sweat of the labor. Toils of the breed, which are brought praise of KwanPa's, Ghana, land of freedom, freedom, Ghana, we now have freedom, everybody. Toils of the breed, and the sweat of the labor. Toils of the breed, which are brought praise of toils of the breed, and the sweat of the labor. Toys of the brave, which I brought praise of. Kwame, star of Ghana. Nkrumah, star of Ghana. Everybody. Toys of the brave, and the sweat of the labor. Toys of the brave, which I brought praise of. Toys of the brave, and the sweat of the labor. Toys of the brave, which I brought praise of. All for you, baby, all for you, all for you, it's all for you. I did with you, mama, I did with you, papa, I did with you, brother, oh, baby, all for you. I did with you, mama, I did with you, papa, I did with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, KwanPa. Now, anytime you have KwanPa, you know that you are really in for a great treat. And why not? Let us celebrate our own. This is how we express ourselves as true Ghanaians. Hello and welcome. This is the Upside Down Show on Citi TV. I'm Frema Edunyame, and today promises to be exciting, so thrilling, and at the end of it all, you will know why it is important for you to express yourself, for you to bring out the Ghanaian in you. Now, right after this break, we will go in to have a conversation and know who really KwanPa is. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Upside Down right here on Citi TV. I'm Frema Edunyame, and it's time to have our conversation and get to know, the real man behind KwanPa. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Andrew Asa. Thank you. Well, I mean, this is KwanPa, so I wasn't expecting anything different. But how are you doing?
We are good.
Okay. No, how are you and how are you?
I'm great.
Okay.
I'm doing well by the grace of God. My wife is fine, the children are fine,
Oh,
the
beautiful.
family is fine. So, and of course, KwanPa is also doing very well.
Great. But how are you guys doing in terms of business, in terms of everything you've been doing?
Not bad. I mean, it could get better, but it's not bad at all. I mean,
Super.
especially considering the fact that we do this full time. All four of us, we do this full time.
Okay.
And so it's not bad. It could get better.
Now, if you say you do this full time, what does it mean? So when you wake up in the morning, you are just playing music?
Okay, so for instance, before KwanPa, I was a human resource manager. Okay. I quit my job. I went to school.
At where?
So I was with the local government service in Nsawam.
All right.
This was between 2012 and 2015. Then I left, went to school, University of Ghana School of Performing Arts.
Okay.
And then we started KwanPa when I was there, 2017.
Okay.
Yes. So, for instance, so at the time I was doing the 8 to 5 and all that. But now this is what I do full time. So when I say full time, we have anything, any day, anywhere. This is it. We just get up, we go.
So were you all on campus?
No.
Okay.
So at the time the band started, the members of the band I started with, they were instrumentalists of the same church.
Okay.
Ebenezer Congregation, Mamprobi, Presby.
Okay.
We're all instrumentalists. So when the idea came, I discussed it with them because I was also a part of the instrumentalists in the church.
Right.
And they agreed and we started.
Okay.
So we started in church,
Okay.
but of course we started right away as a Palmwine band and not as any other group.
So you were doing gospel music?
Yes.
The Palmwine?
Yes.
Interesting.
So the very first song we composed as a band, as a group, it's called Onipe Hiamwa. And there's a line that says...
Onipe Hiamwa.
No. And yes, the chorus says, it's in a pidgin. It says, I dey go to church,
Okay.
I dey hear the word, but I for help you, or don't hear. And that was one of the very first songs we put together
And
as a
that is
group.
the gospel. but so you have the vision and then you put the whole band together.
Yes.
But interesting, because for someone who worked in a very formal environment, you think that if you want to put a band together, it probably will be, the foreign style, the drums, the guitar, the keyboards, the stuff. Where did this whole Palmwine idea come from? Have you always wanted to do this? How was it like?
Sometimes I feel it to extend spiritual. The reason being that the first time I saw a Jacko Onimu perform, it was on TV.
Okay.
99 or 2000. I think it was the year 2000. And it was late in the night. But the sound I heard, I had never heard anything like that. And it was...
Of course. Yes, it's a
Okay.
When you came, it was appropriate, for me to just welcome you properly, considering you are a Palmwine band. It's only fair and appropriate that I serve you Palmwine. Root mix. The Palmwine is ready. Let it flow. All right. Okay, but please don't forget the gentleman. Otherwise, KwanPa will be doing solo very soon. Right, so please continue.
I saw that the sound I heard was unique, and it stuck with me. So I guess I didn't have the opportunity to express it, to bring it out, until I was in the School of Performing Arts.
Okay.
You know, one thing is that, you know, I was in Koforidua, I wasn't in Accra.
Okay.
The first event that brought me to the National Theatre was an Ejakonimo concert.
Oh, you really love Ejakonimo?
I tell you. And the sound. So we modeled the band after him, after Ejakonimo and his Adadamago Fuma. But okay.
No, you pour the Palmwine with style. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But we don't do cheers with?
No, we don't do cheers.
So we just go.
Yeah, we just go.
And
like that. What of you?
Right.
Okay. So that was the first thing that brought me to the National Theatre to watch his concert. I had never seen that. I had never been to the National Theatre, and it was good. So I was like, no, this thing we must do something about it. So once I had the opportunity, together with my people in church, right away we started.
But why would you want to quit, you know, your normal job, considering, I mean, the state of the economy, considering at that time, how old is KwanPa now?
So in July, KwanPa will be 7.
Hooray! We have to do party, you know.
Yes.
But to think that back then, you know, not to say Palmwine music wasn't so popular, you know, but the generation, the evolution of music, Ghanaian music, we were now also bringing in other genres.
Exactly.
Why would a young man like, I mean, if Ejakonimo is doing Palmwine music, it's understandable. But why would a young man who wears shirt and tie to work now come back and say, I want to go into music and I want to do Palmwine music? You know,
at the time I was leaving the office, I was leaving the job. My people were like, why are you leaving? What are you going to do? And I told them, I'm going back to school to do what? To do music. Yeah. But, you know, lots of them knew I had interest in music. But I'm sure they never thought I would actually quit the job, which was kind of a secured job, and then go back to school and say I'm doing music.
What was your inspiration?
So one of the days we had a meeting, and then one of the directors came and said, if you wake up in the morning and you are running late and you don't have any edge, there's nothing that pushes you that you are running late. So like it's like you're okay, then that job is not for you.
So you added 1 + 1 and subtracted the energy level. Nah, this is not for me.
So, because even when I was doing that, I had what we call a music training center. I started teaching people how to play musical instruments. Okay. Even when so once I closed at 5, I go there. I had a number of people I was working with.
But okay, so let's go way back.
Okay.
Who are you, and how did you find your interest in music, and how did it all play out?
Okay. I was in I started school in Nkoko.
Okay.
That was nursery school, KG, kindergarten. Then I moved to Abitifi.
Okay.
Abitifi Presby Primary B. I did class 1 to class 3. Then I moved to Akosomo International School.
Okay.
I did class 4 to JSS 3.
Oh, now that be Palmwine music.
Then I moved to Pope John, Koforidua.
Okay. Pojoba.
Yes, Pojoba. Yes. Then I moved from Pojoba to KNUST.
Okay.
Then I did a first degree in sculpture. Painting and sculpture.
Okay, still within the arts.
So I did a first degree in sculpture. Then I did a second degree in marketing, MBA. Then I did a diploma in education. Okay. From University of Education.
So what really did you want to become?
Exactly.
Sculpture.
At the beginning, I was confused. That's the truth.
Pretty much, because you were all over the place. You know?
At the beginning, I was confused.
Yeah.
So what I chose visual arts after JSS, and it was because of my sitting mate. Okay. Because he told me that he was going to choose visual arts.
So peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
Absolute peer pressure. But then now it's all beginning to make sense, because if I look at the places I went, I've been, and the connections, I realized that it's all playing out.
Yeah.
I had always loved music in its sense, in every sense.
So who were your parents? You know, were they musicians? Were you exposed to music all the time at home?
Yes, I was, because my father at one time was the president of the Greater Accra Presbyterian. The choirs, the church choirs in the Presbyterian. They have how they do the arrangement, but he was the president, and so he's been with the choir in the church his entire life. my mother, the same thing.
Okay.
My dad does the bass, my mother does alto.
Oh,
in the
wow.
car.
I want to hear your parents at home, you know.
And right from childhood, they resourced me in terms of musical instruments. About 3 years old, they got me a harmonica. I still remember that. It was in the shape of a crab, a red one. I played with it. They got me a drum, they got me the dondo, they got me the keyboard growing up. Right after SHS, my dad sent me to Zongo and got me my first ever guitar. And it built from there. My wife also got me my first saxophone.
Oh, wow.
And I started learning how to play the sax. So it's been music all around me.
I think it's time for us to get Nana to join us. I mean,
Yes,
we can't
yes,
have this conversation without His Royal Majesty, you know. Nana, the true royal, the real sense of the word Nana. But therefore, hey,
Cosmopolitan.
Thank you.
Redefine Palmwine music.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cosmopolitan. Hey, Asa. Oh, all is well. All is well.
Please help me. Why? Before you came, you know, KwanPa was telling Asa was telling us, you know, on my phone I have saved his name, Asa KwanPa. So in my mind, anytime I mention Asa, KwanPa must follow. So look at his surname, you know. Asa was telling us, you know, how he formed the group and really why a young man, you know, who works in a formal environment, you know, formal sector would now, I don't know, now Calabash. Okay. Because I was like, hey, why? No, the art of pouring, no, you can't do it. You will spill it. Yes.
Pia.
Oh, then talk.
You do all. So when you ask for the top half for us, I heard some A in the back. My people, all is well.
You are safe.
All is well.
We'll reserve it after he finishes playing the guitar. Right. So, Asa, before we went on break, you were telling us, you know, how you guys met and where you've come from, your parents, and the fact that there was music. Hey, Oju. The fact that you came from a musical background. Okay, so now let's move to meeting the team and when you left the church.
Okay, so it was one Sunday, specifically 30th July 2017.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then, I remember.
Did you write it down? You wrote the date down?
Yes, and everything. Even our first rehearsal, 31st July, was around 6:30 p.m.
Wow.
So that's
At where?
Kolebu.
Okay.
And the temperature was what? 24 degrees.
Celsius. 40 Fahrenheit.
So I mentioned it to them that I want us to form a group, a Palmwine group specifically. And then I mentioned Ejakonimo. I told them about how he does his performances and all that. And they agreed. Like then they agreed. They said, okay, fine, let's try it.
No one had a different suggestion.
You know, so
they didn't want to try something else.
I talked to all the instrumentalists, and then all of them they agreed. At the time, there were 5 of us. So KwanPa started as a 5-man band, and then one had to leave after our very first gig. So we set up our very first meeting the next day. That is 31st July, and there was a Monday. We met. We started rehearsing, and then I realized that it was good. You know, the instruments were there, and then we're like, okay, select what you want to play. So we didn't appoint. You know, I mentioned earlier that I had something like a music training center, so I was teaching children and even adults who wanted to learn how to play musical instruments. So the instruments were there, and when we came, it was like, okay, choose what you think you can play and all that. So whichever instrument every one of us took, we got stuck to the instrument.
Stuck with it?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And so, for instance, Kwabena Safo, he does the gome.
Okay.
In church, he does the bass guitar.
Did you start, exactly, I was going to ask that, did you start with the gourmet? Did you start with the traditional instruments?
Exactly. So what happened, we're trying to model the band after Ejakonimo's band. And so we're using everything, the instruments they were using and everything. We realized that they were using the Prinswa.
Okay.
The 3-pronged bass instrument. But we did not have the Prince were. And we made, we wanted to get some. We couldn't get in Accra, so we ordered from Kumasi. And it was going to take like 2 weeks for the guy to do the thing and then bring it back. We couldn't wait for 2 weeks. So we said that, okay, we have the gourmet. Let's replace the Prince one with the gourmet, and let's just start. Once we get the Prince one, then we replace it. Even when we got the Prince one, we still got started.
We start with the gourmet. The gourmet was doing the work already.
And that is the difference between our Palmwine ensemble and the Jacoini's Palmwine ensemble. He uses the Prince one to take care of the bass. We use the gourmet to handle the bass.
But did you ever have to try the Prince one?
I have tried it before.
Did it sound different? Were you tempted to?
Different because when you look at the frequencies, the Prince were sometimes, in my mind, you may have to do a bit of tuning, depending on the song you are singing. It is usually supposed to be what we call unpitched instrument. But when you critically look at it, it's pitched in a way. And so you may have to retune it for some of the songs. But for the gourmet, all play all. So you don't have to.
So now we've met Kwabena Safo.
Yes.
You just mentioned Kwabena. So
exactly.
Tell us about the rest too.
Okay. So the bells. So we had somebody doing the bells and then somebody doing the rattle. The bells, he is called Michael, and he had to leave because of his job. So I mentioned that we started as a five-member band, but he had to leave. And then we had Kwame Agbehoaseminamo. He in church he does percussions already. He's not here with us right now, so he's replaced with road manager. But he
manager one.
He does percussions. So he also chose that, and it was fantastic. We did. My worry at the beginning was the harmonies, the sound. I knew we could play, but I wasn't too sure of the sound until we started singing. For instance, Kwabena, he does the alto. I never knew he could sing. He could, because he was always on the bass. Likewise.
And you know the way bass guitarists are. You know, looks like they're a bit laid back.
No, but I see the way Kwabena is. Kwabena is the shy type.
He's not shy.
No, don't come and say Kwabena.
So that's what I'm talking about. I think it's something that resonates with all bass guitarists. They look the quiet type, I don't know if it's because of the bass and the way you know when you have to play lead guitar, it's very intimate
but
and
in the
very
lead,
bits
so
and
you have to
pieces
be
and stuff like
dramatic
that.
and all that.
But all the time, even how they stand and how they
bass
play,
is
and laid back, and
bass is serious business. So it has to be serious. But maybe Kwabena didn't want to join the choir because of the female composition.
Well.
You understand? If he gets into that composition, he might fail the arrangement.
Instrumentalists in general, we need to have a conversation, with instrumentalists.
But what is it with instrumentalists?
Especially church instrumentalists.
Church instrumentalists. What is it with church instrumentalists?
Or the A flats are other flats.
Not B flat. No, but it's fun being a church instrumentalist. It's fun, and I mean, I was in school, so in 2006 I was the instrumentalist head for Pearls of Praise Choir. That is the Presby choir on campus. At the time it was PMSU, Presby Methodist Students Union. Later we split and it became GAMSO and NUPSI. So as an instrumentalist head, my wife was also in the choir. Emma.
Just by the way.
But I'm just saying that as instrumentalists, we're getting lots of things.
What was it? Criticism?
Don't edit it.
No. But okay. Na yenya niema. Like whom here mobo.
How?
So for instance, we had lots of easy access to lots of things. For instance, on a Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon after church, so you could easily pass some place and sort yourself out in the DJ.
The
sorting, what type of sorting? Because some sorting was supposed to happen in Yendi and it ain't chaotic.
No, but musicians and instrumentalists, with a star boy kind of vibe.
Celebrity lifestyle.
Thank you very much. I said, nobody there more.
And then you're free.
No, we know. That's what we are talking about. Celebrity status.
As a Kotoko player, I hope massive. Oh, so it must have been fun.
Oh yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, once we start, we gave ourselves 3 months to rehearse, no show, no nothing, and they all agreed. So at the beginning, they'll come from their houses. Obia, you pay for your own fare. Nobody was paying you,
right?
And they all sacrificed, all 5 of them.
We didn't finish going through.
Okay, so we have Evans, Nanayao, and Tie. He's originally from Ade, so he's Fanti, but he doesn't know his hometown.
So he has adopted.
Remains, because
It's okay, baby.
he does auxiliary percussions, and then he also does the main percussions, also the palogo drums. Right. And then right now we have George Osesapon, he's our road manager. And then we have the one who is not here, Kwame Agbaho Aseminamo. And he's doing nanny duties. He's taking care of.
It's in order.
It's in order. Very important.
Right. But how has the reception been? You know, 7 years ago when it started, I remember the journey, you know, from the, was it Kempinski, right?
Yes.
Remember?
It was
in 2018.
It was Kempinski.
Yes.
Kempinski.
Yes.
It was Kempinski.
Yeah. How has the journey been?
It has been good. It's, well, roller coaster kind of, but it's been, basically it's been good, because you have people calling you and calling you again. Most of the places we performed as a band, we've had, they've called us again to give them another performance, and it's been good. I mean, we've had people giving us good comments. At the beginning, we're trying to find our feet. The reason being that Ejakonimo does Palmwine music, we do Palmwine music, the Legon Palmwine band, they also do Palmwine music. Okay. But we're trying to now find our feet, know exactly what
your
to
niche.
do. Exactly. That thing that will set us apart, that will differentiate us from the others.
Yes.
Apart from the gourmet that is part of our ensemble. And we're trying to look at the songs we need to do and all that. So we started with a number of our own compositions, and then initially we said we're not going to do people's songs, other people's songs, apart from Ejako anymore. But then later we had to learn other songs, because you go for a program and then there will be special requests, especially when you're doing the restaurants performances and the hotels. Sometimes they walk up to you and say, "Oh, can you do this song? Can you do that song?" It was becoming quite a number of that. So we said, okay, let's start learning other people's songs, and we started doing that, and it paid off, because usually once they can sing the song with you, they kind of relate better with you.
Now, how do you plan your performances? You know, because I have met you countless times, and you have a way of engaging your listeners or your audience. You know, there are times that KwanPa will tell you that, oh, send messages, let's do this. There are times that KwanPa will tell you that, okay, so all Monday bonds, come, let's do this. Do you sit down? I mean, when you go for your rehearsals, do you plan all these? Do you have a list of things you want to do when you step out?
Not really. So I'll say we learn on the job. Okay. Because this year we are 7. And so definitely we've learned a number of things in as far as performances are concerned. When you look at the instruments we use, they are very simple instruments. We don't use elaborate instruments. We don't use quite a number of them. There's something we call timbre or tone color in music. As far as the instruments we use are concerned, it's more like the same tone color for everything. We don't have the luxury of, say, bringing in the horns, changing to trombone. It's, every time it's the gourmet, the guitar, the bells, the palogo. So you have to find a way of making it interesting, sustaining the interest of your listeners. And if you are doing 4 hours, same instruments, same rhythm, most of the time we will do a time signature of 4/4 and 6/8. That is the adwa kind of, and then the normal rhythm, the 4/4 rhythm, the natural rhythm. People are going to listen to this for 4 hours. How are you going to sustain their interest? It may get to a time they'll be bored with what you are doing. So we get them interactive, and we think of different ways of getting them involved. And especially with what we do, it's African music. And I always say that it is not like art music, where you go to the auditorium, the orchestra performs, you can't even clap. You don't have to clap until they are done. This one, we are doing the performance with you.
So you engage.
So we must engage you. And once we started that, we realized that that was our selling point. People love the fact that we were interactive, and they would not just sit, listen, and enjoy, but they will be a part of the performance also. And so we began to, yes, baby, you're for them. Until we continued exploring that part, bringing in different things. So the day bonds, we engaged with the text messaging. It was something that just happened. I mean, it wasn't planned. Most of these things, they were not planned, but they happened and then realized, okay, then we work on it and apply.
Right.
Super. So thank you very much, Asa. And I think you really need to do Kotodwe before we go.
This year we are working on an album, and then we are also working on a movie.
Oh wow!
Yes, it is the side of KwanPa people.
Your dream is coming true.
Yes.
So acting it, you will do.
So he acted in the movie also.
Oh,
great. So it's not just KwanPa. We had other people like we had Fred Amugi, Pascaline Edwards, Ronald. Like we decided to go for all out, not just say.
But what's the movie about?
So we released a 6-track EP, and then we decided that instead of working on individual music videos for all the 6 songs, let's put them together and dramatize.
Wow.
Exactly.
Oh wow! I can't wait.
So this year we are releasing it.
When is it
this
coming?
year.
Oh, we don't know yet.
We are almost done at the editing bench. I'll say 95%.
Oh, super.
Right. Yes. So once that we have a full 100%, we roll out the promotion plan, the premiere, and everything. And then, but the title of the movie is Sweet Palmwine. Sweet
Palmwine. Sweet palm wine indeed. Asa, thank you very much. Kwabna, George, and Nanaya, thank you very much. You guys are doing the most. This is how you can serve your nation. And you are doing that. And we are super, super proud of you. Please take very good care of KwanPa. KwanPa is now a brand. And we want to, some years to come, you know, maybe not see faces like this, but still have KwanPa. All right, because we can't let KwanPa die. So thank you. That your funk, Canadian. Palmwine with funk. It has to be the movie first.
Hip hop
We have to try it. You know, we don't want any mercy. You're still watching Upside Down. We'll be right back.
Upside Down. Titirufo, Chocho Robinson, Chocho Urocho. Sisi brisi ni agodo brankata nkonkora mantintin richiechia no worichiechia hefo Ghana manma tifi say ye tifi dia na ye sarim we say amantifi Sahara man anwa kotoko hene ya na Fapempong sarmusei pintabu etu dade anim mampurisi na yirigbe wa tumukuoro bolukuoro Lori Canton Fapempong sisala fokra otimosi kotoko nsraban ho ne atuku bi atuko sa yano mesare na yo obosi odwuma Ghana mengdi atompra dankwan Smiler inde wura japa yabon wura pembe wura bupe wura tosogo wura panshengu wura ne tosogo wura nananoma mo wura nsazuro wura kokura wura se nware wura nanse do kono demo nkwato mo nsem boro pentem prem do esuko kofa nkwini ma botiri bo fie Upside Down mpanyin erichechi amo.
Whoa, Fapempong, absolutely beautiful. Oh, Charlie, come join us. Thank you. Hey.
Wow.
Appellations, greetings, salutations, felicitations. This is super amazing. But do you have to twist your tongue in a certain way to get that rhythm or what? How do you do it?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'm from Ebri.
Okay.
That's where I was born. I'm from both Ebri and Latte.
Okay.
In a sense that, you know, the Latte, the Guans, we have this patrilineal system of inheritance.
Right.
That's where my father is from. So I'm from Latte, Amansore.
Okay.
And then my mother, in fact, my father is 50-50 Latte, and then the mother, as in my father's mother, is from Ebri, yes, please.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born in Ebri, but as for my mother, she's 100% Ebri.
Okay.
So the Kwapim language actually became a part of me at a very tender age. That's how come I'm able to speak it.
Oh, it's
quite
beautiful.
well,
It's
yeah.
beautiful. I mean, the way you rattle it. You don't just speak it. I mean, you rattle it. Yeah, you rhyme it.
Do you come from the palace? Did you learn this?
Yes, please. I come from palace in the sense that both parents come from royal families.
Okay.
But aside that, I actually got the privilege to meet a lot of people. In fact, I developed interest in our cultural heritage and things related to us. I mean, the bedrock of all our cultural systems. I got the opportunity to meet people who were a bit enlightened in it.
So where do you do this? I mean, at which places? You know, is it only in the palace when people are having events? Where do you display?
Okay, honestly, I MC events almost every weekend.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes some of the weekdays. So it's something that is more of my daily rituals. Kind of.
So how do you describe what you do? Is it spoken words? Is it given appellations? Who are you?
I refer to it, not me per se, but that is how I came to meet. What I do is referred to as appellation recital.
Appellation recital.
Yes, please.
Okay.
In Chi, we call it Emrane or in Samrane.
Wow.
Wow, thank you. What's the name, please?
This is root mix.
Root mix.
So what and what do you have
Made
in?
of tiger nuts, ginger, coconut milk. Yes.
Wow.
And stand here. Taste it and give us some appellations. You will like it.
Second dose.
Am I permitted to drink all before I start? Yo. Ma de shimpanyin se sunekura boto kura sunekura pa sunekura kron ne sunekura kron ampa. Ne wo me se otobenya ne onyama na efingu pa. Abetie benya honka na efinkuruma. Omanga de hye ani beja na efinyumpa ene nsempa ne nkyerɛkyerɛ pa eni seso. Sara erna sebe mpenga duasa apomodin begina na were so were kete ema o kratia sefo a sebe mpenga duasa enkwa wonu mu ono so watuma bɔ ne bra pepepe se ne bɔfo esoma ne baya ohia akande atitiri wa horo a sebe mpenga duasa esipisi ta ewo honhom ne ohonam ne petitiri wa horo a mabobo so nyina eye ne ama esayare enti mesre na
Root mix. Ghana man nyina eso motwi. Na kakra me de ka ma no nso ada na dikoto pese yi. Ye ka root mixer. Na ye reka semenhia Ghana man enhia na anka yehia kwanhia. Mo ye ka root mixer. Na ye reka ye anom de atitiriw mu abenfo, aboafo, akomafo, akamafo, ayemafo, edimafo, ejimafo, afamafo, and all the folks.
Amantambuafo akofo akokodrofo anokwafo atekrema premfo atitirifo ahoro a sebe mpenga duasa o magana man yani ewi jampa dimba me cho mesre na mama mbe drums be 14 achawa me abusi afu nyina
It's true. We will take care of you.
This advert has been better than our
Thank you.
Right.
Should I put it down? I can hold it.
Oh, you can enjoy.
I advise that I hold it.
It's very
Close to
great.
my mouth.
Yeah, you know, proximity is key.
Sure.
So where do you want to take this? You know, we are used to poetry recitals and stuff like that. You do something different. You use our local language, you know, projecting our heritage as Ghanaians. Yeah. Where do you want to take this?
Honestly, it's not about taking it somewhere per se, but I understand your point.
Yeah.
The goal is to ensure that we live as Africans and not as other people. So, in fact, I don't know whether it's a divine arrangement or cosmic kind of arrangement, but I'm humbled and grateful that I have this foundation of life, I feel like it's a divine mission or purpose that is aimed at transforming the minds of intergenerations in my own small way. So it's not only about giving appellations for people to clap per se, but I have a number of books that are coming out that contain some appellations. I have a lot of audio visuals. When you even go on YouTube, you see a lot of them. When you just Google or search Fapempong, you see it. So the goal is to touch ordinary lives. And every life, to me, every life matters, both Africans and so-called non-Africans. So aside using the appellations to refer us back to our roots, I also want to use it since it's an expression. I feel that it's a way of also expressing all the gifts endowed by nature, by the Creator, by all the entities known and unknown. Ones that I've been privy to by virtue of my background, in addition to what I research into every day. The goal is to ensure that we uproot or annihilate or transform ignorance in its totality or holistically from the African continent. That is my number one goal in life. That is not to say that I know so much that I want to share, but we learn every day. So the goal is actually to overcome ignorance. So that...
Are you able to do what you do in a different language?
It's easy to say yes, but
difficult to
when I'm pushed to the wall, I would say that I'm able to do it best in a KwanPa's.
Right.
But I'm able to use phrases of different languages. Yeah. In fact, I started with English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started as an English poet, a Ghanaian poet who uses English language to express myself. And it took the likes of, I don't know whether you've heard of Sir Black. He's also a poet. He's someone who actually encouraged me from the onset. Even though we met at a point that I was already writing and I was known for the poetry or the appellations, he actually made a conscious effort to draw my attention to the need to stick to the tree more than the English. So I was kind of blending both the English and tree. But he actually advised me to stick to the tree more. We have the likes of Nana Redamwa, Openyin Kofi Akpabli. In fact, they are the publishers of my books. And then Annie Abdi, Annie Usabute. They all encouraged me to stick to the tree. So that has also helped me.
It gives you a sense of identity.
Exactly. And in fact, they pushed me to use local name. Because the English name that was given to me by my father is Archibald Achampon. But with his permission, the Fapempong is actually my first name right now.
But what does the Fapempong mean?
Fapempong is an amalgamation of two words, Fapem and Pong. Fapem means foundation, Pong means great. So Fapempong simply means great foundation.
Super. Right, so Fapempong, now if somebody wants to get in touch for an event or something, how do we get you?
Anyway, I think phone is better. So where you call 0271 999 339. 0271 999 339. You can easily get in touch
on
with me.
Social media?
Yeah, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the handles. I'm on every social media handle.
As
Fapempong.
Fapempong.
Anyways, thank you so very much for
I'm more than
passing through.
grateful
And
to
I mean, you've wowed me. I believe the audience at home are wowed as
Sure.
well.
Thank you so much.
Well done, kudos for the great work that you are doing. It's been a fantastic episode, and thank you very much. You know, we earlier had a conversation, and we're treated to beautiful indigenous Palmwine music from KwanPa's and Root Mix. What?
Feel the mix.
What's your real name?
Feel the mix.
My real name?
Yes.
I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Hey,
Yes.
Malizi, where can people find you if people want to book you for weddings, parties, outdoorings,
I'm on
all
Instagram,
events?
Facebook, all the social media handles. Yes, at Root Mix.
Alrighty.
All right, it's been a fantastic episode. Thank you very much for joining us. I believe that you have enjoyed yourself, you know, and you've had a sense to rekindle the Ghanaianness in you. This has been Upside Down Show. I'm Frema Edunyame.
And my name is Nanatufu Boateng. As always, be kind to your mind. We'll see you again.